This is the Porsche Cayman GT4, a car for purists, one that speaks to emotion rather than reason. Apologies in advance for the sound quality, the car was just too loud.
Right, here we go then. I am in the Porsche Cayman GT4 and I am having to shout quite a bit because this car is rather loud. I was so excited to drive this car because I have seen the car, it looks so good, and I've heard the car go past and it sounds so good. And whenever I see it go past, it goes past pretty fast. So I was pretty excited to drive this car, and here I am now driving the Porsche Cayman GT4. So the Porsche Cayman GT4 starts at around £75,000 and it borrows the chassis and the brakes from the 991 generation GT3. It comes with a flat 6 engine, naturally aspirated, which produces around 414 brake horsepower and 420 Newton meters of torque, all between 5,000 and 6,800 RPM, and then up to a red line of 8,000 RPM. And it does just sound pretty mighty. The engine sounds pretty great, screaming behind you. It does have a bit of a raspy tone to it, but otherwise so satisfying. This new Porsche Cayman GT4 produces 50% more downforce than the previous generation, and that's thanks to the manually adjustable wing behind, and also the functional diffuser, which looks pretty incredible as well. The car is available with a 7-speed PDK automatic gearbox, but the one I'm driving has a 6-speed manual gearbox, and it's such a joy to drive. So enjoyable, so fun, and as you can imagine, adrenaline levels are going through the roof right now. It is pretty good. This car has the Nürburgring performance levels to match the 997 GT3 4 litre. It's actually done a lap of the Nürburgring quicker than that car. So in Porsche's own words, this car is perfectly irrational, which to me basically means it's pretty crazy. And from just spending such a short time in it, I can already tell it is pretty crazy. So that 4 litre engine comes from the 992's 3 litre engine, but with the added litre. So this car also has cylinder shutdown, where it shuts down one bank of cylinders and then alternates every 20 seconds. That's to avoid any imbalance in the wear. The Cayman GT4 sits 1 inch lower than the standard Cayman, and you can definitely feel that from the driving position. You definitely sit a lot lower, a bit more of a racing position. And of course it also means that thanks to the stiffer suspension, the car is always ready to give you grip and ready to set off and do whatever you need to do. And it's always ready to just scream and go for it. Now the Porsche Cayman is actually an interesting car because I wouldn't say the Porsche Cayman is uncomfortable, but when I drove the Cayman S, there was something off about it. And maybe this is just because I'm reviewing cars, and so it was just a small criticism, but I would have liked the normal Cayman S to be a bit more comfortable, so you can be able to drive it as a bit more of an all-rounder, as a bit more of a daily car. And I just didn't quite feel that in a daily drive with the Cayman S. I felt that every time you go anywhere near the accelerator, it just wants to send you off down the road. Now with this Cayman GT4, I feel like it's geared more towards that sort of performance anyway. It is a crazy car, it looks crazy, feels crazy, drives crazy, and I think this car is fit for purpose. This is how it should be. It's just out and out sports car, whereas the normal Cayman S, maybe not so. So yeah, this car is exactly what it should be. It sounds exactly like it should be, and it's just a thrill to drive. Not even just a normal experience or a good experience. It's a thrill, an absolute thrill to drive. I'm gonna say now, this car is going to be a future classic. We're gonna look back from years ahead, and this car is going to be considered a classic. Oof.